Well, all right, y'all. All across the USC, Compton, Watts, Bay to LA, Pomona, California, from valley to valley, we represent that killer Cali. So if you keeping it real on your side of your town, you tune in to Gangsta Chronicles. Ew.
Gangsta Chronicles, we gon' tell you how it goes.
If I lie, my nose will grow like Pinocchio. We gon' tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. Ew.
Gangsta Chronicles, this is not your average show.
You're now tuned into the real MC8, Big James, and Big Steel.
This is strictly from the streets.
Hello.
We represent the James.
All right, we back with another episode of the Gangsta Chronicles, and of course, I'm with my homeboys.
Big J.
Yeah.
Man, we back in the house. 8, man, it's good to see you back, back in the saddle, bro.
Right.
Oh, yeah, man, shit. Just a little setback, you know what I'm saying? We had to just basically just rest up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Nothing major, nothing serious, so we back in the saddle.
Man, the thing is, we getting up in age, bro. We be having to take care of ourselves, man, and get that rest, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and a lot of niggas on our status, like I be telling niggas, a lot of us stay away from the hospitals because a lot of niggas don't, know what's up with that healthcare and all that shit. It's kind of hard to acquire and them prices and shit. So first thing I want to tell niggas, whether you big or small, you know what I'm saying, make sure you got that healthcare, man, so you can get down there and get you some checkups and make sure your body is in tune. Because like you say, we ain't getting no younger, my nigga. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure. And Father Time is undefeated. As sure as your ass walk the earth, you either get old or die.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, motherfuckers got to pay attention to it, though, man. I'm losing so many people around me. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just dying. You know what I'm saying? 2 friends of mine on the bike said the young cat that was in the car with my brother when he passed, he was just killed, I think, in Ohio or something. It's just so many people passing away. We got to think. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, man, everybody need to be careful. Everybody need to be careful out there.
We definitely need to think, man, and take care of ourselves. Another thing, too, I want to tell everybody out there, go get you a life insurance policy. Even if it's a $100,000 policy, don't do that to your family to where you lay up and die. Now they out trying to sell dinners and raise money on top of grieving. Don't do that to them.
Exactly.
It's a little bit of nothing. You can get a life insurance policy for $15 a month.
Yeah, my mom tell me, moms make sure every other day when I talk to moms, that's the first thing, especially when a nigga done been down for the count. First thing she say is, you got life insurance? They get you some life insurance and pay on that shit because, you don't want to leave motherfuckers hanging. You know what I'm saying? So you see motherfuckers with, trying to help out with the GoFundMes and all that. So, yeah, get you some life insurance, man. It don't cost you nothing. If we could buy some toys and smoke and have a good time, man, we could spend a couple of dollars on some life insurance for real.
Hey, what about you got life insurance and people do that GoFundMe and all of that shit, sell T-shirts and all that shit and keep the money?
Yeah, that's why I say there'd be a lot of phony shit going on, James. You can see it all day. People got insurance or families try to regulate that. And then you see some side hustle with niggas got the T-shirts or, I'm trying to raise money for my homeboy this. And that's what the uncoordinated bullshit be. So you just got to watch out. Just make sure your family is secure because when you dead, you can't control shit. You get me? So I'm pretty sure, knock on wood that, we able to live another 15, 20 years, whatever. But it's going to be all kind of plots. Niggas selling MC8 T-shirts and CM Dub, rest in peace, and all that type of shit. So you got to be careful and make sure the family is secure when it comes to your health and passing and burials and all that, man, because you don't want motherfuckers trying to come up off your death, man. That's just the lowest of the fucking low right there.
Exactly. And you brought up a valid point, man. You're talking about intellectual property now, how people go out and make these T-shirts and these artists and stuff. And they selling stuff like, rest in peace, Nipsey. When you saw Nipsey pass away, you saw all kind of T-shirts and stuff, and it makes you wonder, because even though I know he had his own brand, it makes you kind of wonder how many people was out there selling T-shirts and trying to come up. Because right now, people doing bad out there. They cut off that unemployment, that extra unemployment cats was getting. So cats is on every type of scheme and scam they can get on.
The cats is back out, man. The streets is on fire right now with, the money is gone and niggas is in an unrest. Shit, James, I've been hearing the city been on fire for the last couple of days.
Hey, they at war. They at it.
Man, I bet people been calling me every day like, stay the fuck out of Compton, man. Do not come to Compton.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. And then you got to think, man, with all of this shit going on, well, we got a new president now. We're watching them motherfuckers storm the Capitol and all of this other shit. We would think, I never say they would think, but we would think that we got to change our motherfucking way because of the situation that's going on today, of how shit is being planned out, how these people storming the Capitol and getting away with the shit, and they going to jail. But if that was us, man, it'll be a whole bunch of dead bodies around this motherfucking, and it's justified. You kind of feel what I'm saying? We just we got to stop blaming everybody for our shit, man, and stop it. That shit that's happening in Compton right now, that shit don't have to go. The shit that's happening in LA, that 100-day shit, that don't have to be. Stop killing each other. And we just ain't gonna get it. We ain't gonna get it.
It's unfortunate that we not getting it. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, the Capitol shit was some shit that was like unbelievable because, like you said, that shit wouldn't have happened as far as the race is concerned. Us as minorities would have probably never been able to cross the street in that type of situation. But different strokes, different folks. But just taken from that and seeing that situation is crazy that, is the city and LA and what are we getting with the gang, with the banging and the killings and all that's been going around, the civil unrest that's been going on in the community. But like I said, people don't understand when we try to tell them the shit was there way before we got there, and the shit gonna be happening way before after we leave, because it's just the nature of the beast, so to speak. I don't know of what we can do to calm the situations. Like you said, it's a lot of youngsters and shit, a lot of young homies, young niggas out there that's going crazy and not thinking about what's going on. As you said, as today we inaugurated a new president and we got rid of Donald Trump, and what people has been saying has been pulling the country down as far as what's been going on the last 4 years. That's in a difference of opinions, because some people would say that shit, he was great for the country, but we as black people, and niggas in the neighborhoods, like I tell people, a lot of that shit don't reach the home base. And especially when we got these youngsters who don't see no end to this banging shit. And now it's back on with the beefing with the other hoods, and we gonna click up and go after that hood. And now we gonna put this, 100 niggas in 100 nights type of shit out, We got to deal with that as motherfuckers who grew up in the hood. And people in Washington, D.C. who make the laws and the rules and all this shit, they don't see the unrest that's happening in the inner cities right there. That's why I tell a lot of people a lot of time, shit goes on right here up on the motherfuckers' noses that you don't see.
No, I think they see the shit. And what I was saying about it, I kind of got to give Donald Trump his props. And the only reason why I give it to him is because this man made it so easy for white supremacy and all of this, all of these different racial groups that came out and showing themselves. You got police officers, you got military officers, you got doctors, fire department, you got everybody out there, all of these white people out there. Now, to see the police out there engaging in the shit, what that tell you what we have in our neighborhood? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Motherfuckers, for real. You know what I'm saying? But we didn't see that shit. It's plain as day on TV, on television. We see these people out here that hold these jobs that sworn to protect us. They don't even give a fuck about the president. You know what I'm saying?
They don't give a damn.
But this is what we up against. And we got to see what we up against in order to get better, move forward, or whatever we have to do. Common sense. Tell us, man, we got to change. It ain't up to no goddamn president or whomever. Donald Trump brought the light out so we can see. He took the wool from over our eyes so we can see. Yeah, I got everybody, politicians, the whole nine, that are racist, for real racist, that don't like you, don't like your skin tone, and they govern us. Everything, the odds are against us already, man, and you have to look at it and see. Ever since we talked to I forgot her name, Tesla. Ever since I talked to her, man, I have been enlightened, and I have been watching CNN every day.
You have to.
Every day. Huh?
You have to, man. It's so many of us, James, our people, man, we really need to change a lot. And we all like to be entertained, man, but we have to watch the news to know what's going on. We can't be worried about, but we rather sit up and worry about what's going on in so-and-so's relationship, who fucking who and who doing this and who doing that, instead of seeing what's going on in the world, and we wonder why we behind in so many things. And one thing I saw about those white folks, when they get together, they band together. They don't care about their personal beliefs or any beefs they may have. They put all that to the side, and they just ride for a cause.
Well, I mean, they riding for a lie, but regardless of, they showed their true colors. And for them to come out and be just as clear as day, this is us, this is our country, and was willing to go up in there and the shit they was talking, hang Mike Pence, the Pelosi chick. They wasn't bullshitting.
Oh no, they was on the motherfucker's ass. They was ready.
They was on it. And they was ready. Military people up in there. And just the way they was moving and how they was getting down. Then they have the officers that work in that motherfucker, allow them to walk through them. You know what I'm saying? So, it just shows you what the world is capable of. And for us to be sitting out here killing each other over some dumbass shit. Over some dumbass shit. And I try to tell these niggas this. When you get on Facebook, that social media shit, and you're flagging and putting your money to your ear and showing your cars and all of this other bullshit, you opening the door for a hungry motherfucker that ain't got no hustle already. All he do is jack. And they gonna come after your ass because they know where you at. You're telling people where you at all the time. You got to get off of that shit and just do you. These dudes ain't understanding that shit, and they getting killed for money, man. For money, because the next nigga want to come up and don't want to get off his ass and go work. And I can honestly say that because I was one of them motherfuckers. And niggas need to understand that shit ain't gonna last forever. You feel me? That shit ain't finna last forever. That money don't last forever. You might get this and get that and spend your money. That whip you just bought, when the motherfucker break down and all it needed was an oil chain at first, you ain't even got money to fix the motherfucker. So you got to go jack another motherfucker. You feel me? So because we reckless with the money, because it came free, you're going to spend it free. And then if you working and getting that paper, that check, and I'm not going to splurge my shit. I got to do this. I got to do that. You learn how to respect your money if you work for it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And you made a key point. If you work for it, like the thing is, it's almost like when you first get a sack. If you stole that sack from somebody, you go do whatever you do, get your money, you spend it as soon as you get it. You hit the swap meet, buy some new shoes, some cross cords, this and that, whatever, right? That money gone. But when you go and invest in you a sack and you stand out there on that corner, you get your money, you a little bit more tighter with it.
Right.
You're a lot more tighter with it, So yeah, and that's the thing, especially when you an individual that got to get up early in the morning, you going to work for 8 to 10 hours every day, you're doing overtime just to make it, you're going to be a little bit tight with that change.
Yeah.
Because you knew what you had to go through to go get it, so you value it a little bit more. You know what, man, kind of to change the subject, man, I wanted to see what y'all thought of something, right? Trump had pardoned, he pardoned Harry O. Good thing Harry O is home. And he pardoned, man, shout out to the homie Cato. They let his brother out, man. His brother was doing 8 years, man, for 6 pounds of weed. Ain't that crazy?
He should have got out.
Yeah, but you know what I don't understand, man? With almost all of the country being legalized now, and I know we touched on this before, they still sending people to jail. Like you would think they're not sending people to jail like that no more, but they still are.
Man, shit. In certain states, you go to them battleground states, you go to them Indianas, them Ohio's, them motherfucking, them Georgias or whatever, they lock you up, man, for that marijuana. They not playing with they shit. They still trying to class that shit high felony rate, take your ass to prison for 10 years for a bag of weed.
Is it still a Schedule 1 drug?
I don't know if they changed it. Shit, because it's still federal fucked up. You get me? Shit. I mean, the states have gone fuck it. You got your right paperwork. You got this, man. Open your dispensary, get it good. But still, a Fed to still come down on you. That's what niggas are still trying to fight right now. You know what I'm saying? And what's the purpose of giving niggas all day in life and shit for half of the country that already legalized? You know what I'm saying? In a state. So,
hey, what's his name that we did the show on at his dispensary? He's a prime example of that.
Yeah, my boy Virgil.
Yeah, Virgil is a prime example of that. So
exactly.
If they want you, they don't give a fuck what it is or how it is. They're gonna get you, and they're gonna flip the law against you to put you in prison. So I mean, even with all your credentials, they found a way to put him in prison. Feel me? Which they knew it was wrong as a motherfucker. But man, the shit is crazy. I'm glad Harry O is getting out. I don't know of Kodak Black. I don't even know what he went to jail.
They said he pardoned Wayne, he pardoned Harry O, he pardoned Kodak Black. It was a couple of people on that list that was waiting to see if they was going to be able to ride out of there. I know them three has been the main focus of the conversation of being pardoned. So, I guess that's a good thing. Like you said, in some sense, it maybe it's like try to reach the people one last time, because, motherfuckers say he gonna try to come back, or he gonna have him a Trump clone in the White House, or they gonna try to take back over the House in 2022 or whatever it is. So, that's one of them last hoorahs a motherfucker do, to try to get on the motherfucker good side. You know what I'm saying? So, you remember this.
Well, I'll tell you, it definitely was a twist, because I'm going to pull this guy's name up. Trump had an agenda, man. And the thing is, if he let a few rappers out, he let Harry O out, Wayne and them, but he also let his boy Bannon out, the guy that stole all that money.
Well, Bannon stole $25 million.
Yeah, exactly.
And he got convicted of that shit. That motherfucker was a straight crook. So was Harry on them a smoke screen? Okay, I'm gonna let them out, so I'm gonna let him out. No, it ain't no smoke screen. He knew exactly what he was gonna do. Everybody that went to jail up under his administration, he pardoned them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Go on and take that lick. I'm gonna pardon you at the end of the day. Go on and take the lick. Keep my name out your mouth, and I got you. But you got to sit down for a year.
You got to sit down for yeah. You go sit down for a year. I got you. I got to check for you. I got to check for you when you get out. I'm gonna make sure before I get out of office, I'm gonna make sure you pardon my nigga. So don't even trip. Keep my name, like you said. Keep my name out your mouth. Go do that little time. And motherfucker, I got motherfucker service package for you when you get out. Don't even trip. Like a nigga kick his homie down when he get out, nigga, with a sack and a new car and shit and some pussy. That's what he
did.
That's what he got for. Don't trip. Nigga, I got the whole setup. I'm not president no more, so I can get the whole setup. I'm gonna have a spot down in Florida. You come on down there when you get out, nigga. I got you hooked up. Don't trip.
The right kind of motherfuckers he want to fuck with. And Tesla said the motherfucker was a gangster, and I believe her.
Oh, yeah. He's most definitely a gangster, because you talk about it, James. Now, you know what they not talking about? The motherfucker took $25 million on some scheme shit talking about building a wall, right? I don't know if he ever gave the money back, James.
I don't know. Get the money back.
Hell no,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
finna
what
go
I'm
sit
saying.
down. I ain't giving shit up when I gotta go sit down for a couple of years, so fuck that.
Because my whole thing is this, I don't know about y'all, and I don't have no urge to go to jail, but $25 million in 1 year seemed like a nice little trade-off.
That motherfucker said, man, please, what? I'm gonna do what? I ain't finna do but a couple of years. Then when I get out, I still got the money put up.
You think he took 25 million up under Trump and Trump didn't get a dime of it?
Oh, Trump got some of that bread. They chopped that up, James. It's like you telling me, it's like this, James, right? It's like you telling me still, if this money play, we go get 25 million, I don't mind. I'll go do the year. That ain't shit for me. And we chop up some money.
Nigga, shit, please.
I get a
go sit down for a year, nigga, then we go chop up this 25 million when you get out.
But that money was the money, the people that stormed the Capitol. That was their money. That was people giving money to build that wall. Just like Trump, when he used all of these people, basically a GoFundMe for his legal fees. He made all of that money. And he didn't, one thing about him, he didn't switch his tone. He kept it 100 and stayed 100 all the way to the end till he walked out. I ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking with you. I ain't coming to shit. I don't want to see you. I don't even want to see you in the White House until I leave. And that's what he did. The niggas, the man is a gangster, man. And he gangstered his shit and did his thing.
And he had he had his own send-off, I heard.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Shit, he like, I'm cool. Shit, I have my own send-off. I don't need y'all to send me off. Shit, I was already a motherfucking business-ass millionaire motherfucker. What you think? This presidency ain't paid me but a couple of dollars, man. You want to know all the money I done made on the backdoor deals and under-table deals? Man, please, man.
Well, from what I heard, you got to remember, Trump didn't take a salary to be the president. Remember, he turned that down because the thing is, you got to remember, and he's about to make so much money now. Trump is about to put out a book and make millions of dollars on it. He's going to do a movie. It's going to be all kind of shit coming out on this guy. Watch what I tell you.
Man, I'm an entertainer, nigga. I know how to entertain. That's just what he say. I ain't no politician. I'm an entertainer. I know how to entertain and get that dollar. Watch.
But you gotta remember,
business motherfucker. I'm gonna get up in here and make all these business contacts. So when I do get up out of here, I done set so much motherfucking shit up. I'm about to be making bread.
Yeah, he about to make a whole bunch of loot, man. Because you got to think about it like this: all the little side deals he don't cut with people. You know, some people on that list, man, that don't shot him some bread.
Yeah, a lot of people, but he seemed to be a good businessman, but he not. He makes so many he make more bad deals than
he made a gang of fucked up decisions. Yeah. Trump been losing money from ever. Back in the 70s, 80s, he was losing bread. But he one of them motherfuckers that know how to cop something down and then run and get something else. You know what I'm saying? When you got the gift of gab and you're a shrewd business motherfucker, you go use another motherfucking money to come up. I don't even got to touch my bread. I'm gonna have another nigga invest in some shit and then cut him out backdoor and do some other slick shit with the nigga that's doing the shit under the table right here. Them niggas, that's what he here for. I ain't here for no politicians and laws and rules. I'm here to make connections and make money.
You're a gangster.
Yeah, because he's filed for bankruptcy, man, multiple times and always been up.
Always. I'm talking about always. That's a motherfucker who done filed for bankruptcy 1 billion times, and you see a nigga still strutting like, nigga, I ain't lost a dime.
And if you're a billionaire, a self-proclaimed billionaire, and your taxes only $1,500, you only pay $1,500 in taxes. You a bad motherfucker.
The bad motherfucker. I don't own shit. Like, I don't know what you talking about, nigga. I paid myself a salary, nigga. It was $1,500, nigga. That's it.
Right.
And you know what? You know the coolest part about that shit, man. I can't do nothing but admire the shit, dog. Because I'm trying to find that motherfucker he used. There was a whole bunch of people mad. I said, shit, I need his phone number.
No, I wouldn't fuck with him that way. at the end of the day, it caught up with him. Everything caught up with him. His last 2 months, and just still trying to be Trump, opposed to taking his wounds and taking his licks and just going and push. He had to stay who he was. And at the end of the day, it put him in a position where he's the worstest motherfucker on the planet, the worstest president on the planet at that.
Yeah, he got that title now. You get me?
Yeah.
He got the title being impeached twice. He got the title of just being a fucked up president. We done had some fucked up presidents, but he probably at the top of the list right now.
He is at the top of the list. So I mean, hopefully shit'll get better. You ain't gonna know right away, but hopefully this shit get better. But us as a people, we need to pay attention to what's going on and how fucked up people are out here today and what they truly believe in. They truly believe that this is a country that they built on their own. And just like they tell us, why are we worried about slavery and we wouldn't hear? Hell, if you my age, you wouldn't hear during the slavery or the making of this country. So what make you think this your shit? You know what I'm saying? So, people just got to be aware of the shit that they say and be mad for a reason. Don't be mad because a man lost. You know what I'm saying? Trump should have stood up and been a man and said, I lost at the beginning. Mm-hmm. He had the same situation when he came in. The Russians fucked up the election and that's how he won. Now he using that same terminology and bringing it to say, this is what happened with Biden. You know what I'm saying? So, man, game is game, man. And if motherfuckers don't see that
shit is so funny. Like you said, people scream that, my country shit, and you see people going crazy. It's my country and it's our country and my country, and and in a difference of opinion and shit, because the minorities, we don't feel like we get the same luxuries or the same motherfucking leniency that, or our Caucasian counterparts might get. But my thing is, motherfuckers yelling, "This my country," because you go buy you a house, you pay you some taxes, and you feel like, I got rights and motherfucking shit, and I could do this and do that. When really, motherfuckers don't give a goddamn. Like, every motherfucker that step in the office, you gotta really evaluate shit. If your motherfucking ass ain't in that upper tier bracket, you still a struggling motherfucker just like the rest of niggas. You feel me?
Hey, let's do a comparison. Just like being in the hood. We call the hood our block. This our hood. This our shit. We don't own now corner in that motherfucking hood. The same as them.
If you do own a house in the hood, if you
come to the hood, then motherfuckers get dealt with coming in the hood, which we say that's our shit. That's not our shit. Just like these motherfuckers say this is their country. They did the same thing that we do on a daily. They wanted to fight for their block, they hood. They think this they shit. They ain't no different from us. You know what I'm saying? But to put themselves on the line, that's the only difference. Black Lives Matter when they went out there and got down like that. Because we know they gonna kill us if we go up in this motherfucker cracking windows and hopping through motherfucking doors. Yeah. We know the difference. But they thought because of white privilege, they thought that they can do this and get away because they was told to go. You feel me? Come on. I mean, exactly. People gotta really see it and understand where we at. Take it to a hood perspective. This ain't your hood. The country is not your hood. You don't own this shit. Everybody is living on this motherfucking planet and is supposed to live. Build what you can build and live. Build to leave for your kids.
It's crazy because motherfuckers screaming like they get some privilege by screaming that shit, and what they did, like you running up in the Capitol and it's America, wookie woo. Like, motherfucker, you go kill a motherfucker and they find your ass.
That's some real shit.
That's
some real shit.
You're
But
going
you
to
got a
jail, right?
police officer
You
dead.
ain't finna get no special privilege like, oh, well, this is my country, and I killed a motherfucker, but I can just go on home and shit. You're gonna go
Hey,
to jail just like me,
hey,
right?
have you
I
heard
might
them
get some
say
longer
about
time
that
than your
police officer?
motherfucking ass. What you say?
The police officer that's dead. All of those over 200 arrests, have they even mentioned anybody was charged with his murder?
No.
Okay. Now, you know, in the hood, and I know you got some homies that's doing life in prison because they were involved in a robbery and the homie got killed and they gave him that murder. Because
Exactly.
okay, all of them motherfuckers up there should be charged with murder. They do it to us.
Exactly. Motherfucker, you was riding in the car with a nigga, or you was there at the scene. I don't give a fuck if you was waiting in the car. Oh, well,
Exactly.
you was with him, you getting charged with it
You
too.
getting
Fuck it.
life
Everybody
too.
getting the same amount of time. Yeah,
But you don't see
everybody
that.
should get that. Everybody who stepped in that motherfucker and the police is dead, so fuck it. Nobody gonna stand up and take it. We're gonna charge all y'all. So everybody
Okay.
that we bring in who we charging with storming the Capitol, we're gonna charge all you motherfuckers with that policeman's murder. Why not?
Now
Fuck
here
it.
we got Trump privilege. Trump incited the motherfucking riot. He should get the murder charge too because somebody was killed because he incited that riot. You the ring motherfucking leader.
Real shit.
And no, this is what I'm telling you. If we in the hood, if I gave one of the homies a gun and he went out there and did a drive-by and killed the motherfucker and got caught, they gonna ask, the first thing they ask, where did you get the gun? If they say, I got the gun from Mob James, they gonna come and get Mob James for murder.
Damn right
I
they
incited that shit. I plotted and gave them a weapon to go kill.
Oh, you definitely getting charged with something, my brother.
Okay, so here we go again. Trump privilege. What makes him different from us? Because he a president? All the rules should apply to everybody. If we equal as of equal, then the rules should apply to everybody, my nigga. But it don't. And this is what we
some real shit. That's some real shit because James is right. All 200 people out there that got arrested should be. Oh, we also tagging on a murder charge for you because somebody got hurt when you was out here on that bullshit.
Right.
Somebody got killed, not hurt.
We'll see how that unfolds, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and you know what's the crazy part about all of this is, man. I see everybody out there celebrating, man, and I guess I'm trying not to turn jaded, man, because one thing I'm gonna tell you, if we get one or two of the things that they promise, it's gonna be amazing.
What did they promise?
You know, just everybody just come in with all the cap every year. It's the same thing
what
every year.
What the fuck? Like this, I'm gonna say this again. What is promised? You as an average ass motherfucker doing this podcast, sitting up talking, you got kids, you got a wife, you got a house, you a regular motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? So what were you promised?
Well, that's the thing. You know what I'm talking about theoretically, man, because ain't nobody gonna do shit.
I'm talking as a regular ass black man who got to get up every day, get his kid dressed for school, all that type of shit, who got to hit the 9-to-5 bricks. You know, I'm going to work at the gas station or work for Shell, or I'm going to work for a cable company, or I'm just a nigga that's stuck in the motherfucking hood done took me under and no way out. What is promised to me? What is supposed to happen?
What he promised is that this is why I'm giving this stimulus. I want to help, and with the unemployment and the people, and the people that's like you just said, I work for the gas station. I don't make that much money anyway, but now that I'm unemployed, okay, I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make sure you get something to keep you going every month. $1,400 ain't gonna help, but it'll do.
You ain't giving me that. You giving me that every month?
No.
Okay. So what am I supposed to do after you send me that $1,400 and I can't pay this $2,000 a month rent or my $200 a month?
That's why this shit should only apply for motherfuckers that had a job and lost their job and getting unemployment. It shouldn't apply for people on welfare and all that other shit. But if you a working man, then you should get your just due. The main thing he's talking about is this goddamn corona shit. The mask and trying to get this shot out of here, this vaccine out of here to people so we can get rid of this shit. So some kind of way that shit gotta go away. But if we out here partying every goddamn day, and not wearing a mask, and there's 200 motherfuckers out here, 1 out of 5 got it. Now you going home and you don't know you went home with it. Now 4 people in your household got it. But he just saying that we got to start off with the serious shit. That's the pandemic. Then we gotta find a way to make sure that you keep your home, your medical, and all this other shit. Now look at it from the beginning. The first time Trump did that shit, motherfuckers was getting all this goddamn money. They getting this money, and then they ain't doing jack shit with it. They took advantage of not having to pay rent and all that other shit, but then they don't pay it, and they going to Walmart buying all these motherfucking TVs and shit. Goddamn dummies, knowing that you got to pay that shit back. But they don't pay it back. Now they're getting evicted.
Yeah, but that's a nigga.
That point, you should have took advantage of that type of shit because you know this shit ain't free. You know it ain't free. So that's where that's at, man. We got to pay attention to our situation. The situation
I
that we are in.
I don't want to say that's a small-minded mentality because that's just the motherfucking mentality of motherfuckers who feel like fuck a motherfucker. You know, like you said, a motherfucker come up on some bread and then they run out, buy maybe a new whip or run down to Walmart or Costco, buy them a couple of 80-inch screen TVs or buy them a couple of PlayStation 5s or whatever. That's a hustler, nigga. That's always been the hustler mentality of motherfuckers like who come from that world, you know, or even a nigga's grandmama or auntie who come from that side go run down and scheme and get her some TVs or whatever, you know, but niggas, you know, niggas wasn't taught the value of, you know, stack your bread or hold on to it for the rainy day or shit like that. You know, nobody was taught that shit. I didn't have that mentality when I was coming up.
We talking about grown ass people.
Some of them grown ass motherfuckers who still living in the hood who ain't been taught them ways still gonna do that shit. I know a gang of motherfucking grown ass motherfuckers who still in the neighborhood who gonna take 15 to 20,000 and instead of thinking of something smart, a motherfucker gonna go, I'm gonna go get me a car and a whip and I'm gonna go buy me some new clothes and whatever, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And I deal with what happens tomorrow. It's a lot of motherfuckers who still like that.
But tomorrow's a motherfucker though.
But like I said, it's a gang of the motherfuckers still there. It's a gang of motherfuckers still in that mentality because they wasn't taught the ways right of nigga invest your money or save your money. And if you already working a 9 to 5, don't go take this little $15,000-$20,000 and go buy a fancy car and some jewelry just to look good. And you wake up tomorrow when the money stop, you back broke and you ain't got nothing to show for it.
Hey, that's what E40 said. Why go spend $100,000 on a car and you still living with your mama?
Because a lot of niggas wasn't raised with the hustler mentality and that motherfucking mentality of stack bread and stack and then wait for the rainy day. You get me? It's just that, you know. And it took a lot of motherfuckers to get older to learn that shit. And a lot of motherfuckers who are older still ain't learned that shit.
Right.
Well, you saw them boys that was getting those the unemployment, had the whole scheme going with the unemployment cards, had 8, 9 unemployment cards. You hear about all them kids they busted out by Beverly Hills?
Yeah, they busting niggas everywhere. You know shit. Niggas got 15, 20 cards. Niggas got 30 cards and shit. You get me? That was the scheme. That was the scam. And if you teach that, if niggas already got the hustle mentality down, shit. I mean, niggas, you know, been doing credit card hookups and blah, blah, and this and that and whatever. Niggas have been doing that shit for years. So it's no secret that niggas know how to come up off of shit. So when you present a nigga a come up, a nigga gonna utilize the come up. That's what they was taught.
Well, let me tell you some funny shit that just happened in my house, right? So my wife calls me. I'm on my way out there to go mess with glasses, right, James? Sunday.
Yeah.
She calls me and says that the bank called me and it told me that some lady named Maria Keller in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, just used your card. Did you authorize this? Oh no, I didn't authorize it. Well, I'm gonna text you this code. You go get a code, send it back to me, and insert it here, right? Then my wife said, "Well, the bank just called me. They just took $400 off the bank. They didn't." I said, "Well, did you see the other money gone?" And she said, "No." I said, "Maria, that don't even." I said, "Baby, that don't even sound right." So the dude called her, got an Apple Pay, don't put her card in Apple Pay, and told her, "You go get a code, give me the code." I said, "Man," and the code thing about it, he actually called from the bank phone number, man. So he spoofed the bank phone number and called over here. So people got all kind of schemes and scams going on nowadays, man.
Right.
All kind of
That's
shit.
what they do. Niggas got all kind of schemes going on. You got to be careful because right now this is what's going on because people thinking everybody got bread because of what was going on with the government and giving away the stimulus and all that. So motherfuckers is feeling like shit. Everybody got bread. So here come the motherfucking scammers who know how to get at the niggas who they think ain't got bread. Nigga call you with some 800 shit or I'm from this company or nigga I'm from Cash App or I'm from PayPal or whatever. And you need to send me a code and do all kinds. Those are the slick niggas, man. Them niggas are sitting up every day and they waiting to pray. That's how they come up. Some niggas serve dope. Some niggas rap. Some niggas play baseball. Some niggas go to 9 to 5. And some niggas sit up on that computer all day and hit them keys and shit because that's their specialty.
Yeah,
Right.
that's cold shit. When I tell you homeboy called the thing, and I said, "Okay, baby, the bank is closed today." They ain't, because we talk about the credit union, right? The credit union is closed on Sundays. You can't get in touch with nobody. So how you gonna say he called you? I said, you just don't gave him up on a scam. You just don't got took. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So they got all kind of stuff. And I see they caught these kids, man. I was just like, that's some crazy shit. Why would you go up in Macy's and Beverly Hills and you got 25 EDD cards in your pocket?
Right.
Because they don't think. They
And
not
let him call
thinking.
you in. Because what happened was, he using one card. Hold on, I'm gonna put the rest on this. Put 700 on this because they don't burnt all the cards up. They ain't even got sense enough to use one card at a time. They go on there with 3 different cards. You know what I mean? And got cracked. She called the police on them immediately.
Oh yeah, you can't be slick. I mean, the stores know, motherfuckers know that's the scam going around. And especially they already peeping you out when you walk in there and looking at the color of your skin, looking at your demeanor, looking at what you looking like. And if you looking out of place, man, it's already gonna alert a motherfucker. So they just waiting for you to do something dumb.
Yeah, man. Well, I guess that's it, man. It's gonna be interesting to see what happened the rest of the year. Ain't nobody got Trump to talk about no more. His ass is gone. We got a new motherfucker in there.
Right now, it's gonna be to see what happens next. Like you said, we got a new president, we got a vice president. Things have been going on. Things been pointed out. They got combined together. They couldn't go down without each other, but they linked up together. Is what people saying. And they supposedly got the most votes, 80 million votes and shit. But, we knew Kamala was running, tried to run for presidency herself and had to drop out. And then, they said Joe Biden lost 3 primaries before, but, they linked up and they pulled it off. So I guess it's going to be as far as what the American people, because they have voted them in. So we got to see what happens next with the next step. See what the next 4 years is about. Fuck, we won't see what the first year is going to be about.
Yeah, I got to say, though, big ups to Kamala Harris, man. We got a sister that's, vice president of the United States now. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Like I said, it's been, like I said, it's good that we got somebody of color. It's a step in history for us. First woman vice president. Just another stepping stone for us. To put on that house. Of bricks that we formed as far as what we have done as Black people. But we have to hope. Hopefully that she represents us in a way that we want to be represented. You know what I'm saying? And she can help a lot of brothers and sisters out by, taking advantage of her position and just, doing something for the Black people, which is good. That's what I'm looking to see.
Yeah, you know what? This one thing, man, I wanted to ask James about this in specific, because you was around when Harry started coming around, right, James?
When he was in jail when Death Row started.
Yeah, but you was, when he was calling up there and everything.
Yeah.
Do you think it's gonna be some shit with him and Interscope now that he at home, man?
No, why? I think he got his pay. I think out of Suge, he got his money. I think that man done so much time. I think he gonna come back, relax, and start these books, these movies. I think he gonna it wouldn't make sense to get out of jail after all this time and start attacking people. So I don't think he's smarter than that, man. No, I think he's gonna come home and relax, get him some pussy and lay up on some pussy and sucking on the titty, going to sleep, and get up, put his shoes and socks on, and he gonna get out there and try to get his money. He gonna do his thing.
It's a lot of money to be made, on the financial status of his stature of being able to come home and what he's been through and saw, and the transition as far as, the streets and the game and being affiliated with one of the most, famous record labels in history, and not just on the Black side, but just as far as music is concerned, and in this year of 2021 to be pardoned by Donald Trump. So
exactly.
It's a lot there. It's a lot there to just to be focused on Interscope, who eventually cut their ties with Death Row, and Death Row is where it is now. And I think, like James said, it's other shit to be recognized and be focused on than going back, 25 years over, a lot of what was mishandled, so to speak. So, if I was the brother, man, it would be so much other lucrative situations.
Well, I know for a fact that he's gonna have a lot of stuff going on. He's gonna get his just doing. And the most impressive thing about that brother that people don't talk about is he was a business genius. He was a really great businessman.
He's gonna be productive when he come home, man. Guaranteed. Watch. He's gonna be productive.
Just as far as, because they want to put all the dope charges on him and stuff, but I think really the thing that was happening with that, man, he was telling all those guys back then, forget buying these cars, forget buying jewelry, go buy property downtown Los Angeles. So he owned a whole bunch of buildings downtown and everything else, man. So like you said, I think he's gonna come home and be really, really, really productive, because he wasn't no dumb dude.
Yeah, a lot of us are smart and articulate, and we're not just the image of what people think when they see TV or movies or watch videos, that we just dumb motherfucking niggas who want to buy jewelry and fancy cars. A lot of us are articulate, and our presence and the way we look might speak different volumes to motherfuckers, but we some smart ass niggas. You feel me?
Yeah, for sure, man. Well,
I want to say this before we get off. Let's continue to keep our prayers for Reggie. Man, I pray and I hope he come out of this.
Yes, sir.
And everybody else that's going through this shit. I pray for my sister. Hope she come with a speedy recovery on this shit. My little cousins has it. I hope, man, I just pray that this shit go away. But I pray for Reggie every day. And I just hope he come out of it and I'll be able to talk to the brother. So
me and you both, bro. Me and you both, man.
I just want to say thanks to all the fans out there, all the people. I know I was in the hospital for a couple of days, got a lot of well wishes and a lot of thank yous. So I just want to give a shout out to all my peoples out there. I want to give a shout out to the show. You know what I'm saying? Good looking for holding down while I was down for the count for a minute. And yeah, everybody just take care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? This COVID shit ain't nothing to play with. Like I said, I done been in the hospital, so I done seen, how it's set up, and it's not a pretty sight. So I know a lot of motherfuckers are skeptical about getting the vaccine or whatever, so I guess we can discuss that on the next show about, how people feel about, this COVID-19 vaccine, and are you willing to take it? You're not willing to take it. But in the meantime, just watch your health, be safe out there. You know what I'm saying? Pray for the loved ones who's sick, for the people we lost, and let's try to have a productive 21.
Right. Yeah, for sure, man. I got to give, man, one of my partners, man, I coach with, man. I didn't coach with him. He was one of our rivals, man. My boy Mike, man, rest in peace, man, had a massive heart attack, man. I don't know if you knew Mike.
Yeah, I probably know him on the circuit. If he was on the circuit, then we definitely done bumped into each other.
Yeah. I don't want to put his name, his whole last name out there for the family and everything. They, civilians, man. It was just a sad thing, man. Before we go, I'm gonna say that, man. You find yourself asking God sometimes, man, why is all the good brothers getting took off the planet, man? The good dudes, like this dude, man, I swear, man, I didn't know he was wasn't the kid's biological father from the longest, from the way he acted, man. He was proud of that kid. He raised him, man. I saw him take that kid up, man, from when he was like 8 or 9 years old, 8 in the park, to where this dude is at Arizona start now.
Oh, that's good shit.
Arizona State start, man. So, I just want to say, man, let's take care of ourselves, brothers. Let's really take care of ourselves, man. Let's start eating right. Let's drink water. If you got high blood pressure, take your medicine. I know them things, man, they make your head hurt, and they, get to playing games with your dick and everything. But fuck that, man. You got to be here. You know what I'm saying? Let's take care of ourselves.
Yeah.
All right? For sure. Well, we out of here.